So welcome back here, guys. We've got the third game of the day here. South Africa Masters up against Australia Gold. Two Australian teams here, green and gold. This is the gold side. Green side have got the day off today. It looks like it's going to be Rakesh Jampal, the skipper. He's going to take the first delivery. Alex Valentine at the other end. You've got David Hancock, ball in hand. Just getting their field right. Tweety Birds just painted the lines, doing a great job for us here. The legend of Empire. And here we go. Flipped leg side by Rakesh, so he's off the mark for the tournament. It's a little bit down the dumps yesterday. Got a duck yesterday, but he's back here and keen to get it underway. Backing himself, opening the batting. Alex Valentine, I think, also got a globe yesterday, so he'll be looking to get off the mark now as well. I've got Kurt back with me in the commentary box. Great to have him here. Bit of local insight and knowledge.
Yes, I'm here again. Game number 3 for the day. Australia goal. Won the toss and decided to take first knock here. This very good batting conditions.
Yeah.
Here at the Empire Club.
Not sure who won the toss, but Shu was Australia. Normally Aussies like to bat first. Oh, he's uppishly pushed by Rakesh.
And there was the batsman looking very, very interested. Jampala in the second run, but Valentine definitely not interested at all. Ambled the first one basically.
Probably the right call, to be fair. I think he would have been in a bit of strife. So Hancock started well there, good hard lengths. Valentine.
Another good delivery by Hancock, short of a length, bit of inward movement and hitting the batsman somewhere in the tie area and in his follow through. Did the tie end up no run at all resulted?
Yeah, the South African have got a seam heavy attack. They've got a few big seamers here. David Hancock, they've got Big Joe Lombard as well, bowl seam. Little under edge, so good finish to the over here from Hancock, just 3 off.
A good start by Hancock. As you said, hitting a good hard left just on or about the off stop, not giving really a lot of room, asking the batsman to find a scoring opportunity or through the offside, and they haven't been able to really get after Hancock just yet. So a good start by Hancock. 3 without loss at the end of over number 1, the Australia goal. Batting first here at the Empire Club in Barbados, bright and sunny Barbados.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful day again. You don't get many bad ones here, do you?
Hardly. How have you been enjoying it, Simon?
It has been beautiful. It's my 3rd time to Barbados now. I've been here the last 2 years with another one of our tournaments, the Barbados Open. So it's been brilliant. We're at Carlton for the first 2 days. At Empire now. Finish up at Wanderers. So yeah, I always love getting around to all the different local clubs. A lot of character, and I don't think there's, for a population of 300,000, is it, on Barbados, about that?
Do you know that we produce more test cricketers per capita than any other country?
Yeah, and probably more cricket clubs and cricket grounds per capita as well than anywhere else in the world. 300,000 people, and there must be about 100 teams or clubs across the island. First
boundary of the innings, a delivery down the leg side, and there was the batsman attempting a pull shot coming off the tie pad and going into the fine leg boundary as the fielder coming around to his left from fine leg had a lot of work to do, wasn't able to haul it in, and the first boundary of the innings.
Yeah, just looking at the board behind us here, there's been plenty of test players from Empire. Of course, they've got Roston Chase, Justin Greaves at the moment. They've had Carlisle Best, Patterson Thompson, Roland Holder, Sir Conrad Hunt, Seymour Nurse,
Royal Branker,
Charlie Griffith,
Sir Frank Worrell, Herman Griffith, Emmanuel Martindale. So the Empire Club, one of the leading sides. In fact, some would argue the leading side in Barbados. In fact, they were the elite division champions last season, winning on the last day, going into the last day behind on some 3 points and coming out victorious on the last day.
Yeah, I've been speaking to a few. I spoke to Dwayne Smith from YMPC and some of the guys, Pedro Greaves and Wildy, they both said their club should have won the Elite, but it wasn't to be on the last day for them, and Empire got the chocolates.
You seem well informed, Simon.
Well, try and keep up to date. So 8 for naught now, the Aussies. Just saw some great running between the wickets there.
Frontman, delivery down the leg side.
Wilson getting round as well, just a single.
Got a bit of work by Wilson. He had a lot of ground to cover and he did it well.
Yeah, did well. He's a good mover. The South African team, they've impressed me so far with their movement.
Well, most South African teams are known for the effort that they put in the field.
Yeah, they're all heart, a lot of effort going in. As we see Big Joe Lombard here. He's a big man. Tall man.
So the captain of the South African side operating in 1 over spells for his bowler so far from that far end of the ground, the southern end of the ground.
It's often that tactic that the South African teams have used at all our big events, is they normally operate with a 3-prong seam attack. So I imagine we'll probably see Hancock bowler next. They try and go in lots of threes and then save a few overs here and there from the guys in the back half, see what's working best.
So Lombard starts with a full delivery, which is beaten in the groping batsman outside the off stump, taken cleanly by the keeper.
Yeah, the keeper Darren Moore, the skipper, he's calling the shots.
So 2 big jobs, captaining and keeping wicket.
Yeah.
Lombard, full delivery, swung, this time forward of square, the fielder comes around.
Yeah. Werner Schneemann out there in the deep. He's the doctor, Werner. Doc, they call him.
Well, good bit of work with the Doc coming around, saving 2 runs for his side. As the score goes up to 11 for no wicket, we are in the 3rd over of the Australia Gold side. Delivery down the leg side and wide, called by the umpire.
Umpire Ritesh Patel out there, standing.
And Tremaine Prescott, the local umpire. Lombard again passes the umpire. Ritesh bowls a delivery down the leg side, wide, called by the umpire, and rightly so.
Yeah, just
poor delivery basically from Lombard.
Just struggling with his control a little bit here. The breeze just in his face a little bit, can be a bit off-putting. Normally shapes the ball away from the right-handers, so those 2 things just combining and not getting it quite right here.
As Lombard again passes the umpire, jumps, delivers, full delivery this time, taken by the captain. Moore behind the stumps, no run resulting. So a Lombard all over the shot basically, full down the leg side, now full outside the off stump. Yet to really find his radar, yet to really find his line of left.
Yeah, I know he bowls quite a hard length. The big man bowls it into the wicket, but you're struggling a bit here. That's better, but flipped away, could be caught. Great catch there by Nathan Wilson.
That was a brilliant catch by Wilson. He had a lot of room to come around, but the batsman didn't realize that the ball was caught by Wilson. They were ambling for the second run, for the second run, because Wilson had a lot of work to do coming from backward square leg to his left, but he was coming to his good side.
Yeah.
So that was the good thing about him, was coming to his good side, and Wilson got there. From the time he got there into his hands, took the catch quite safely in the end. So the first wicket falls for the Australia goal.
Rakesh Jampal unfortunately picking the fielder, as we now got Wayne Wood going out to bat. But good work from you, Kurt. Impressed. Picked up that Wilson's the left-handed thrower, going to his good side.
Yeah, I think I try to have a keen eye for most things, Simon.
Yeah, well, given that you work at the prison, I'm sure you got to. eyes open at all times.
So 17 for 1, a bit on Wood.
Wood, he's a left-handed batsman. He hit the ball very hard in the first games on a tricky wicket at Carlton. But he's tidy. I was impressed by his left-arm spin as well. We'll see that later, but work to be done now with the bat.
17 for 1. After 3 overs, Valentine, he's on 1. He's just faced 3 deliveries. Just recently joined by Wood, who replaced Jampala, who's went for 12 from 14. It's going to be Hancock to bowl what would be his second over. He's on his way. Ball delivery, batsman is driving pleasantly down to long off. The fielder goes down in the approved long barrier position. Does the fielding cleanly, and the turn is already on its way.
The approved long barrier position, I like that. You see a few interesting fielding techniques. Seeing quite a bit of footwork, particularly from the football playing countries, England. It's good to see guys going with their hands.
Hands are usually the first, should be the first line.
Third option. When I grew up, you get seriously punished if you try to stop the ball with your feet.
Just a polite inquiry there coming from Hancock.
Very
which is
polite.
bringing the batsman forward, but a lot of bat we can see from here clearly involved.
Yeah.
So the umpire definitely shaking his head in the negative.
Now it's quite high as well. Don't think there was much going for that, to be honest. Probably missing off stump as well. Full hit out to long on, just be on the one bounce to the fielder. Oh, the approved long barrier's not worked this time.
But what I can tell you, Simon, is that wasn't the approved long barrier at all. In fact, he went down. He didn't get his feet together. He didn't get his hands out in front of his body. Nothing there went right from there, and giving away an easy boundary to his side. So after his first attempt in the field, now he comes up with a blemish.
Yeah. Slow ball. Leading edge. Moore's not going to get there though. Spins away from him. They might come back for 2.
In the end, they would have settled for 1, as Moore's, don't want to use the word quickly, but got from behind the stumps to do the tidying up. 22 for 1, 3.3 overs, 23 for 1, correction. 3.4 overs have been completed. This one being bowled by David Hancock. 1.4 overs, conceding just 9 runs. On his way once more to bowl to Valentine. Valentine gets a full delivery. And looking at the umpire, he has to see his outstretched hands now. A no ball called by the umpire for height, and the batsman taking full advantage of it, hitting it out of the umpire ground. So a first maximum as well here. So Valentine, he should go up to 8.
Yeah, with these small boundaries, I just don't think the slow balls, you got to get it right, and that definitely wasn't it. Hancock's better suited going hard into the wicket here, try and use that new ball, try and get a bit of perch off the seam, rolled the fingers, but just didn't execute it well, and it was basically a nicely wrapped Christmas present there, and Valentine obliged.
Well, you know we're in the month of February. February has some gifts as well for Valentine.
Valentine's Day, and it was again a back-to-back 6s. That one into the wicket, set up, and Valentine's filled his boots there.
Would it be fair to say that Hancock is coming in for some hand? 2 short deliveries, and both of them given the full trip. In fact, one was very full, no ball on height, and that was short delivery. And this yet again, Valentine onto the back foot and hitting it over the mid-wicket boundary. Takes the score rather quickly at the end of 4 to 36 for 1.
Now, if there's any ball that you want on a free hit, it's the long hop. You can just sit there, especially at Empire, short square. Froneman now. Oh, that's nice. That can't have been far away from off stump. Well bowled by Rudy Froneman.
So Froneman with a long on, a long off, a man on the sweeper boundary, a man at a wide-ish point position, a man at backward square, and a man at the forward square position. On his way into bowler delivery, which is full, driven down to the man at long off, who goes down. The return already on its way. The batsman have enough time to complete one, and the score with that single should go up to 37. 37 for 1. We're in over number 5.
Yeah, nice looking drive there from Wood. Compact, but timed it nicely. Raced out there to Big Joe. Did the job.
Froneman Short delivery, so the
Oh,
all-stopper
wow.
magnificently cut into the point boundary. No fielder was at home, had about 3 or 4 meters to cover coming to his left, but a lovely shot there by the man Valentine, short and wide, and spanked, punched pleasantly through the outside and into the boundary.
Yeah, Valentine would have loved that one.
Valentine in his month, the month of Valentine's, quickly up to 19 from 7 deliveries, 1, 4, and 2 6s, striking at 271. Gets a full delivery this time from Froneman, which drags him forward easily through for a quick single as Froneman has to run into the onside to do the tidying up, and the score goes up by 1 more. Valentine up to 20, and the score up to 42 for 1.
But he's looking good here, Alex. Got a duck yesterday, so be happy to bounce back from that today.
Froneman, 1.4 overs for 10 runs. Bowser which is driven square off the wicket. Fielder coming around will have a lot of work, but he wouldn't get there. A lovely square drive there by the man Wood. A wide delivery down on bended knee like Boys the Man and driving into the offside. A lovely boundary there. Takes the score up to 46 for 1. At the end of over number 5, Simon.
The Brian Lara-esque there. Brian Lara-esque down on one knee, square drive. He used to love that shot.
You seem to be a West Indian fan, you know, Simon.
Well, how can you not love Brian Lara? Stylish batsman. I mean, obviously he's not beige, and that's his only downfall, I guess.
Yeah, but we'll take that. He's Caribbean.
we'll say,
Still a Caribbean West Indian man.
Is he Trinidadian?
Trinidadian.
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago.
So who's the most stylish Bayesian batsman that you've seen in your time?
Carlisle Best.
Carlisle Best.
And there was a guy also by the name of Nolan Clark.
Okay.
He migrated to Holland. He went as far as a captain in Holland at the World Cup.
Oh, really?
As well, yeah. But Carlisle Best to me would have been the most stylish and most productive that I would have seen for a long, long time. Lombard starts much better than he did in his previous over. Wilson, bit untidy, but it wouldn't cost his team anything as he recovered rather quickly.
Yeah. One of the top batsmen in the island at the moment, Craig Brathwaite. You wouldn't exactly describe him as fully stylish. He's very solid in defence.
More solid than stylish.
Gritty. Where does he play his cricket?
He plays for the Wanderers side when he's at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Wanderers side. I think you see the next round of matches will be played at the Wanderers club.
We're here for 2 days, then Thursday and Saturday we're at Wanderers. Saturday's the finals day. Looking forward to getting to Wanderers as well. Thoroughly enjoyed our time here so far, but it's nice to visit different clubs. Nice shot again by Wood in the gap. A lot of work to do for Hancock. He does well.
A tumbling stop by Hancock coming around from to his right at long off. Did well. Got around and got down. Saved 2 runs for his side as the score. Goes up to 49. 49 for 1. 5.3 overs have been completed. Wood up to 12. And with him is Valentine, who's on 21.
Good strike rate from the two of them here. Well bowled. Big Joe. It's an ambitious appeal, you'd say. Optimistic. He's quite a tall man. He's got to get it very full to get an LBW.
What's the name of the umpire again?
Ritesh, our umpire there, saying no.
Ritesh very strong in his decision making, really large on top of things. A good decision though, although there wasn't really much of a decision there. That was more optimism than anything else. Great
bowling there from Lombard. Of course,
bit of pace.
Yeah, we had Big Bird Joel Garner at our opening function on Saturday, and Big Joe can't be much shorter than Joel. He's a big man.
Well, he will need to put together a spell like Joel to get his team back into this one at the end of 6. 49 for 1. Wood on 12 and Valentine on 21.
Yeah. Big Alex Valentine, 21 off 9, 1 4 and 2 6s off Hancock's last over. So you see the fourth bowler now, Nathan Wilson, left arm swing bowler. He needs to keep this full, try and get a bit of shape. He can't be going short because Valentine's loving the pull shot at the moment.
Well, the square boundaries are umpire usually the easier ones to find. So he must try to ask the batsman to hit the ball straight and down the ground. So have to start at a full length. And let's see, coming from over the wicket, starts with a good delivery. Played into the offside. No one at home saving a run on the offside. No close fielders at all on the offside. So the batsman would get an easy single. Valentine comes into strike as Wood goes up to 13, and the 50 being brought up as well for the Australia goal. Another umpire Ritesh being given the work over here. Another appeal coming from his end, and yet again umpire Ritesh nods in the negative.
He thought about that one a little bit. I thought it was half a chance. You just see his mind ticking over and gave the little shake of the head.
So it's been a good start by Wilson. Another full delivery angled into the pads, and Wilson with a lot of work to do, being assisted by the man coming from the backward square region all the way on the backward square boundary. But yet again, batsman have enough time to complete one run.
A big appeal there from the wicketkeeper for LBW. Wilson wasn't interested though. I think inside edge was giving us runs there. Oh no, giving us leg by, but probably going down. Just by
angling down with the angle.
Just by the shot selections from Wood suggests there's probably missing leg.
Short delivery. The batsman got inside of his wicket, got on top of it. And wicketkeeper Moore and captain as well comes from behind the stumps. Takes the score up to 52. 52 for 1. We're in over number 7.
Now that one just into the wicket there and just sat up a little bit of extra bounce. There's a good covering of grass over on this wicket. So if you dig it in, you might get a little bit of seam movement, a little bit of purchase.
Wilson again, full delivery, driven sweetly through the offside. They've got a lot of work for the man coming around for cover. He does well. Had to run about 5 meters to his left, but he got there, did the work to return already back with the bowler. But I like the look of Wood driving that one pleasantly through the offside.
And it looks good. I thought he timed it a little bit better than what he did. Thought I was going to race into the wall over there towards Sir Frank Worrell's old house.
So at the end of 7, the Australia goal won the toss, elected to bat. They would have lost the wicket of Jampala. He was caught by Wilson off the bowling of Lombard for 12. They are 53 for 1.
Yeah, a good start here from Australia Gold. On track for around that 150 mark, which I think they'll be targeting, maybe a little bit north of that if they can. So in the last game, the rest of the world managed to defend 151, so 150 feels about par. They've got some big hitting to come.
A bowling change again.
This is Rudy Potgieter.
Potgieter comes into the attack, starts with a brilliant delivery outside the yard stump and seaming further away. Good bit of pace by Potgieter, and taken cleanly by wicketkeeper Morris, the captain.
Yeah, I think just from looking at this wicket now, I think the bowlers, especially the seamers, just hitting that good hard length, making the guys defend where possible. Good length again, a little bit straight though.
And swung into the backward square boundary. A lovely shot there, angled into the pads, not hitting that length, going to trying to go a bit fuller this time, and the batsman Wood taking full advantage, whipping it pleasantly off his pads and into the boundary.
Yeah, just a little bit over pitched that one. That hard length on 4th and 5th stump, that test match length I think is what's needed on this wicket. Get a few plain misses, 2 full, 2 shorts been punished. That's better. Rolled his fingers on that one, can only chop it out, it's a long off. Big Joe out there does the job.
Yet again, coming from the second game, every time the ball is on a length into the wicket, it is much harder to score than when you try to go full.
Yeah, over pitch has been hit and 2 shorts been hit. That's 2 full, that one. That's a big 6. That's hit high on that tree and thankfully fallen back into the ground for us, so the ball saved. Great placement from Valentine. As we see local legend Julian arriving.
Well, Port Getter not finding that good line and length. He started with one delivery into the wicket, then conceded a run, and then he's gone full on 2 different occasions and conceded 2 boundaries.
Yeah, another 2 here. Alex Valentine running hard. He'll be tired at the end of this knock, I think. Suck in the big ones.
So at the end of a very expensive over by Rudy Port Getter there, conceding some 13 runs. The Australia Gold Masters now starting to step on the accelerator after 8 overs, scoring at 8.25. They're 66 for 1. Wood is on 18, and with him Alex Valentine. He's on 31 from 13 deliveries. So it looks like they will go back to Big Joe Lombard, to start what should be his third over. 2 overs, 1 for 11. On his way into both of the batsmen, getting a full delivery. We're watching the umpires to see if there's any signal coming from the umpire. In fact, being ruled as a legal delivery. Your thoughts there, Simon?
Yeah, he's quite far down the wicket there. He's probably 2-3 steps down. He's angling down from height there. I'm sure Joe didn't mean to bowl at that full, but it's probably the right calls.
Passes umpire Ritesh again. Was a full delivery, which is driven down to long off. Good bit of work by the man down there. Coming around to his right, and the batsman have enough time to complete 1 run. But yet again, a lovely drive by Wood through the offside again. Valentine 31 comes into strike. Big Joe Lombard was a delivery, which is rapid. The batsman on the pads, attempted to hit it into the onside. The keeper from behind the stumps has to do a lot of work, and the batsmen have completed 1 leg by, signaled by umpire Ritesh. So not a bad start to this over thus far by Joe Lombard, trying to pull it back a bit for his side, the South African Masters.
Yeah, he's bringing it back well here. They're just need to keep that run rate under 8 if they can. Anything north of 160 I feel is going to be a tough chase. Your
favourite cricketer Wilson coming in there doing the fielding from long on.
Man, he's looked good, Nathan, so far. Took a great catch before. Bowled a tidy over to start, just the 3 runs off it. We haven't yet seen Werner Schneemann bowl his off spin. He's the 6th bowler.
Delivery outside the yard stump to end over number 9. And Lombard having a few words as well with the batsman Valentine, beating him outside the yard stump. Valentine probably seeking a wide from umpire Ritesh, and Lombard having none of it.
Yeah, I think Lombard's a little bit upset maybe. One of the loose balls he bowled, not quite finding his rhythm. He's a competitive man.
Still a lot of passion in him.
Yeah, it's great to see. A lot of the teams got some great passion here.
As we head into the midway stage of this innings, over number 10, it is going to be Nathan Wilson. Bit of left arm swing, passes the umpire, goes to delivery down the leg side wide, and rightly called wide by umpire Ritesh.
First errant delivery there from Nathan. Left hand, right hand combination can always be a bit of a challenge to adjust to. That one just a little bit too far down leg.
On his way again to bowl, shot batsman Wood, driven.
Great shot there by Wood.
And into the long on boundary. A lovely lofted on drive this time. Over pitch yet again by Nathan Wilson, and given the full toll by Wayne Wood, he goes up to 23.
Yeah, Woods really enjoyed anything full here. He's played some lovely shots. And that one just keeping his head nice and still, good balance, didn't try and overhit it, placed it in the gap.
Wilson into Wood.
Oh, this one is
slapped down to long on.
Oh, well
bit of work there. Well done by the man down there. Long on, because that one traveled, got him really, really quickly indeed.
But he did well in the end as well, so he watched it all the way. used all of his body in the end, I think.
74 as Wilson is on his way into ball to the batsman Valentine. Valentine is getting a full delivery. He attempts to play into the onside. The bowler in his follow through collects. There is no run this time. The score will remain on 74. 74 for 1. Wilson 1.3 overs, conceding 9 runs. A man at long on, a man at long off. A man on the sweeper boundary. He's on his way into ball to Valentine. Valentine is attempting a sweep at a delivery down the leg side. Taken by the keeper. No run resulting at the end of it all. 74 for 1. Nathan Wilson passes umpire Ritesh Bose's delivery down the leg side, which is whipped down into the fine leg region. The man from backward square comes around to his right side. It's a good return to up to the keeper. Backed up in the end by Nathan Wilson. So at the end of the 10th over at the halfway stage, the Australia Goal Masters after 10 with Valentine on 33 and Wainwood on 24. They're 75 for 1, Simon.
Yeah, it's been a great start from Australia, but South Africa just pulled it back in the last few. We can see there 4 dot balls in the last 10 deliveries. Only the 9 off the last 10 for the Aussie Gold, so good stuff by the South Africans, sticking with this all-seam attack so far. So we just see a few instructions, a bit of water going out there. It's another warm day here in Barbados. Is this the hotter time of the year here, or is it
Basically not the hottest time of the year
cool
yet,
time?
but yeah.
The weather's beautiful though. A few of the guys
Bright blue skies.
can't beat it. Couple of clouds blowing across. Little steady breeze blowing from left to right, as you see it on camera there. It's a stunning day here. Another stunning day. 500 in a row.
How you found the conditions here at the Empire Club?
Yeah, it's been good. The wicket at Carlton was a little bit more drier. It was a bit difficult for the batsmen. A bit of variable bounce, but Empire, Tweedy's put up a beautiful wicket for us.
Usually has in something for the bowlers, and if you can bat, you will make runs as well.
Yeah, and it's been like that when the guys have hit it good lengths and used their backs, put their backs into it, they've got reward. But when they've been short or wide or too full, batsmen are taking full toll, and the outfield's fast, boundaries are shorter than Carlton, so it's been a lot higher scoring.
So there will be a change from the northern end of the ground.
Big Joe. So he's got to adjust now. He'll probably enjoy the wind at his back.
And interestingly, Big Joe, the most economical of the bowlers, and they're going to bowl him out at the start of over number 11.
Yeah, I think it's been working. I think just trying to almost like that Liam Plunkett role for England a couple of World Cups ago in the middle overs, just hitting a hard length, trying to make it difficult. Valentine's looked good so far, 33 off 18. Wide by Big Joe down leg. It's always tough for the seamers when they spin around and come from the other end. The wind now going left to right, just going to push everything leg side.
Not only that as well, but the right-handed, left-handed batting combination as well usually acts a lot on the bowlers. Another wide delivery down the leg side, so definitely not finding his radar with his switch to the northern end. Big Joe Lombard.
Yeah. Do the ends have names here? Or is it just north and south?
Just north and south.
Okay. Not named after any players or anything.
Not
like
as
that?
yet.
Not as
But
yet.
I'm sure that the Empire hierarchy will have that in the making rather soon.
No doubt.
I'm sure one of the ends might be named after Tweety Bird.
Yeah, he's told me
He's a legend of the club. He's been here. He played everything for Empire: football, cricket, hockey, everything for Empire.
Yeah, he is a legend. Thoroughly enjoy my time with Tweedy every time we come here. Told me back in the day he was a gritty batsman. That's not so gritty from Valentine across the line. Big Joe's uprooted middle stump.
And there was Big Joe, definitely now finding his radar, getting want to start outside the off stop with that inward drift that you were speaking about coming from left to right of the screen. The big inward movement, and the batsman attempting to hit across the line, committing the cardinal sin of going across the line, loses his stumps in the process, and Big Joe Lombard has struck.
Now, as we mentioned, if you get that length right, that's where the bowlers are getting a reward. And you say there was probably a little bit of a wild swing there from Valentine. Probably felt he was in, batted nicely, but probably won't want to watch that back on the cameras. Bit across the line. It's a new batsman, James Chauffeur. He got a 50 yesterday, batted nicely.
So coming into this game with a bit of form behind him.
And he likes the cut shot, so look out for that. He's a good cutter of the ball.
It'll be interesting to see the field set then by the South African Masters. They've got a man at a wideish third man, a man forward of point, let's say cover point on the boundary, and there immediately you see Big Joe asking the man at that short third man to come in, that wideish third man to come in, asking him mid-wicket to come off the boundary, and asking the man who was a bit wide on the cover boundary to come to his left, looking to protect the offside.
Yeah, they're trying to be a bit attacking here. They're looking for wickets. They're trying to restrict the singles. They've got a mid-on, mid-wicket, and they've put in a 1.5 second slip perhaps. Yeah, just going to second slip now. A little bit wider, maybe third now.
Realizing the importance of the wicket of Chauffeur.
Yeah. I think they realise the big time. If they can strike now, just make the Aussies think a bit defensively for a little, can pull it back. Down leg. Another wide though from Joe. All the best laid intentions, but you still got to execute.
Best laid plans, but execution just definitely not on there for Big Joe. But what I can tell you about that delivery, that was one of the quicker ones he's bowled all day.
Yeah, Benter's back there. He's got big shoulders. A lot of effort coming in that last delivery stride. That length is good. I like that length, but it's just the line. If you can get that on fourth stump, they might get that little nick to second slip. And he's gone. He's got him. A little feather. Got the drive. Big Joe's up and about.
And yet again, this time the execution perfect. Full delivery, starting on, just as you said, just about that fourth stump with a little inward movement. The batsman going for a big drive. The outside edge found, and the catch taken by the captain. The important wicket of Chauffeur goes without scoring.
Yeah, well, in LMS, wides count towards your total, so that he's got off the mark with that wide, which is handy, but then snick the next one. Just practicing a little bit straight. It was just that angled bat, I think, that got him in trouble there. A little bit of an angled bat, bit of extra bounce from Big Joe from that height. Gets the edge, and Safkins, they're pumped up now.
So, with that double strike from Big Joe to end his spell, 4 overs, 3 wickets for 19 runs, economy rate of 4.75. It was a big spell delivered there by Big Joe.
Yeah, big
Lombard.
last over. Big last over from Big Joe. They've turned the screw here. 82 for 3 now after 11. The Aussies just need to rebuild a little bit here, so that's good from South Africans. Now they can maybe just take the pace off a little. Don't let the Aussies have any free ones. Make them manoeuvre.
A couple of tight overs here. The current run rate is 7.45. A couple of tight overs here drag that run rate down somewhere below 6 and over. And we've got a good game here. 82 for 3 after 11.
Yeah, big moment in the game here. You feel Wood's the key wicket. If they can get rid of Wood.
They've gone to pot getter. Starts with a full delivery. There's a bit of appeal coming from the keeper, the captain Moores, and interestingly, pot getter got very involved rather late in the appeal. That usually is a sign, a telltale.
He's trying to be a good teammate there and make his keeper feel good, but there's a big puff of dust as that ball went past. I think maybe Wood hit the ground. Oh, that's high. No fielder there though. It's going to bounce, skid on, and into the wall for 4.
I don't think the captain Moores is getting the angles right here with the fielder at mid long off. He seems to be a bit wide here at long off. Needs to come a bit straighter, and they will make the adjustment now.
Yeah, I think Potgieter, I feel he's just going to shape the ball into Wood slightly. So, yeah, I do feel straight. I don't see him blazing one through extra cover at that pace. Just try to give that everything. Not got it cleanly, and Big Joe should come around and tidy up. They just hold for one. Wanting to take on Joe's arm.
So, the new batsman, McGrath, comes into strike. Mick McGrath starts with a delivery down the leg side wide, called by the umpire. Umpire Tremaine Prescott.
Yeah, Mick McGrath, handy cricketer. He hits a long ball. Struck a beautiful 6 over cover at Carlton yesterday on a slow wicket. They were needed 28 off about 7 against Barbados. And he's gone!
A brilliant catch by the captain and keeper Moores. A delivery pitching on about the off stump. A bit of a weird movement, finding the outside edge. And a lovely catch by the keeper, diving forward and to his right. And coming up with a one-handed catch as well, the keeper Moores. So, the Australian team now definitely in a spot of bother. Big Mick McGrath, big hitter, didn't get going at all today. And the Australians goal, they've lost their 4th wicket there now, and in over number 12 definitely in a spot of bother, Simon.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble now. They just need to try and get going here. Just pushing at that one. It's really good bowling. It's that length we've been talking about. Just hit that length outside off on 4th stump. No one just ducking in, and it was actually LBW. So must have just been angling in.
Not caught.
Hitting on off. So great bowling by Potgieter. Elliot Dawson now into bat.
It's caught though. It's caught. At the end of 12 overs, an over in which the wicket of McGrath went down, the South African Masters definitely pulling it back here a bit, Simon. 88 for 4 after 12.
Yeah, that projected score for the first time, it's going under 150. I feel that's going to be a little bit light. They've got a decent attack, but got to post 150 here, I feel, just with the shorter boundaries.
I think the key here now is going to be Wood. How deep Wood goes in this innings. He's on 29 from 25 deliveries. So he's definitely in, but he will have to take this innings rather deep now for his side.
Yeah, I think so. So the left armour, so Nathan Wilson on to bowl. Wood on strike. Big gap. If he can get anything angled across him here with the wind, I feel he can run it down to 3rd man. There's plenty of space there. Got a very wide 3rd man.
A lot of vacant real estate in the offside as well, and the man on the cover point boundary. And then to his right, there's a long way between cover point and the man at long off. Yeah. A straightish long off.
So a lot of space here in the covers. This one swung leg side. There's space there as well. That'll be 4.
A full delivery, angle into the pads, and the batsman taking full advantage of it, swinging it into the backward square region and into the boundary. So a good start to the over by Wood. He goes up to 33, and he scored up to 92 for 4. Wilson, delivery hit down to long on. Big Joe comes around, but Big Joe wouldn't get there as this one goes into the boundary as well. Another boundary to Wood. Dealing in boundaries here now. He goes up to 37.
Yeah, he's looked lovely since he's come in, been fluent. He just had to go into his shell a little bit in the last couple of overs with some tidy bowling, but taking full advantage now. Just a little bit straight from Wilson, pushing it into the pads. So they move that man from fine leg now to deep square. Down the wicket, this one's whacked out to point, should be 2.
At least 2. The man from that third man region has a lot of work to do coming around to his left, but he does well, saves 2 runs for his side, as would with that double should go up to 39 and the score up to 98 for 4. But bowling on both sides there, we saw the batsman hitting the first ball backward of square into the boundary for 4, then tugging one into the mid wicket region and then going a bit wide and opening up the offside for the batsman. So he needs to concentrate on one side of the wicket.
Yeah, agreed. You've got to try and, it's quite difficult in last man stands. You only got 6 fielders, but you've got to try and make the guys hit to 1/4 of the ground. So I feel he's got to go into the wicket outside off. They can get the long off then round. You're not going to get hit through over the head for long off. And then get deep extra cover, deep point, third man. Try and restrict that way. See another edge though. It's running away for third man. Another 2.
Should get it quite easily too. Big man from third man had a lot of work to do, and the keeper didn't get by the stumps. Wilson had to make his way all the way down to the keeper's end to do the tidying up, as the keeper went behind that one as well. There's 100 being brought up here in the third over for the Australia goal. They are 100 for 4. Wood, he's on 41, playing a gem of a hand off 29 deliveries, struck some 7 sweetly timed boundaries as well, striking at 141.38.
He's going nice in. Dawson at the other end just started his innings. So well bowled by Wilson. Keeper Moore.
Polite inquiry,
Yeah.
but wicket keeper Moore's. But umpire Prescott not at all interested. So at the end of 13 overs, the Australia goal side, remember they won the toss earlier today, they are 100 for 4. They would have lost the wickets of Jam Pala for 12, Alex Valentine for 37, James Chauffeur for 3, and Mick McGrath for 1. The not-out batsman, Wayne Wood, is on 41, and with him is Elliot Dawson, who's yet to get going. They are 100 for 4 after 13.
Yeah, Dawson's got a big role to play here. He's just got to try and hand the strike back to Wood, I think. Just soft hands, try and dab the ball into the offside. As we see the new bowler now, Hendrik Potgieter. So 2 Potgieters in the side.
Probably brothers.
I'm not sure if they are. It's a common name, but they could be. They've both got brown hair, so maybe. See Alex Valentine looking a little bit stiff here.
Let's hope that the other part, this one is a bit more tighter than the first one.
Oh.
Starts with a good delivery, flighted full onto the stumps.
The bowling seam up, but it's probably the slowest through the air of the bowlers, so he's got to hit his lengths.
And what I like about this is that if he continues like this, he's giving the ball enough time to swing if he continues to start it out the outside the off stump. So a good start by him.
Yeah, trying to use the wind and also make the guys hit straight. They've got to hit into the breeze now to the longer boundaries. They've brought the field quite straight now. No one basically behind square. They've got deep square, deep in wicket, long on, long off, deep cover, and then deep point. So no one behind square at all. So he's got to bowl full. It's a little bit straight though, but gets away with it. And make the guys hit down the ground.
Potgieter into Dawson, and Dawson is tugging this one down to long on. The fielder from off the forward square boundary comes around, but he's being backed up there by the other Potgieter coming around from long on. So one more to the score, takes it up to 103. We're in the 14th over of the innings, so it's been a good pull back here by the South African Masters.
Yeah, big time. Done nicely. And that's the perfect length and great work off his own bowling. Puts the dive in.
One thing about this South African team, they're really leaving it all the line out in the field, giving nothing away.
Yeah, big time. They're up and about for this. Of course, 2 groups of 5 here, so you've got to finish top 2 to qualify for the semi-finals. So if you lose one game, you're opening the door. If you lose 2, it's going to be hard to qualify, so they're putting it all out here now. That's not the delivery though. Full toss, given the full treatment over square leg for 6.
Interestingly though, no call of no ball by the umpire there for height.
And there's a slow ball, so it is dipping. It's borderline.
So spoiling what would up to that point would have been a very, very good over to end number 14, but poor delivery, basically a full delivery and given the full treatment by the batsman. So at the end of 14 overs, the Australia goal masters, they are 109 for 4. Wayne Wood is on 48, nearing his half century. 48 from 33 deliveries, 7 fours and 1 6. With him is Elliot Dawson. He's on 2 from 3 deliveries. As we wait on the replacement ball,
there's a few balls out there now. I think there's one at about square leg as well. So looking at the league standings now, Barbados Masters topping the group at the moment in this group. 2 wins from 2 on 18 points. USA in second, they've had 1 win and 1 loss. South Africa Masters just played the 1 game and won. England Masters Bulldogs lost 2 so far, and the Australia Masters Gold had a tight loss against Barbados yesterday. So South Africa and Australia playing their second games here, looking to get on the board.
So the Portuguese will continue. The Rudy version this time, 2 overs for 19 runs. Before this one, starts with the delivery to swung forward of square. The fielder comes around, but he wouldn't get there as it's a boundary. So Rudy, Portugal continues to be expensive. Starts with a short delivery and swung into the mid-wicket region for 4. He scored up to 113 for 4. Dawson, his first boundary as he goes up to 6.
Just a little bit straight there. He's going to bowl that length. He's going to be in that 4th, 5th stump channel.
On his way again. Bowls the deliveries driven down the ground.
That's better.
Much better. Big Joe, as they're taking on the arm of Big Joe Lombard, and they send good take by the keeper in the end, because had that gone past him, no one was at home come behind him, so the batsman would have gotten some overthrows, but good take by wicketkeeper and Captain Moores.
Yeah, if he misses that one, he's got a lot of running to do to get after it, so he thought, I best put in the effort now.
115 for 4. Rudy Portuguesa on his way again. Was a full delivery. This one hit down to long off again. Big Joe has some work this time coming around to his right. Does it quite well in the end. Restrict the batsman to 1. 116 for 4. We're in the 15th over of the innings. Wood, he's on 48. He comes back in the strike. No 48 from 33 deliveries. As Rudy Portuguesa on his way into Boulder Wood, and Wood is steering this one past a diving Moores and into the 3rd man boundary. So he brings up his half century as well. He goes up to 52. 52 from 34 deliveries, and as one of the rules would indicate, he will have to retire. So his innings will come to an end at this juncture. Retired on 52 from 34 deliveries, 8 fours and 1 6. But a good innings played here by Wayne Wood.
Yeah, really good. There's been a bit of carnage around him. A few wickets going down. He's batted very well here. Gets a big hand from all his teammates. Super stoked with his effort.
Muchly appreciated by his teammates. He was the glue amidst the chaos that was going on all around him.
They can come back, of course, so the next 2 batsmen, they can look to attack now, knowing they've got Wayne Wood up their sleeve.
The new batsman is Marty Downs. How did Downs go in his first encounter?
He didn't bat in the first game, and yesterday faced a couple of deliveries. Well, that one's lovely played, so he started brightly, running away to 3rd man, and another 4.
So a deft touch there by Downs, just opening the back face and guiding this one down into the 3rd man region, giving some room and back and guiding this one delicately down into the 3rd man region. So he opens his account with a boundary, and at the end of 15 overs, the Australia Gold Masters, they are 124 for 4.
He's played it nicely, playing it nice and late under his eyes, hitting it, just not trying to overhit it, just guiding it away. Knows there's plenty of space down there. As we look now, there's 5 overs left here. Hancock and Froneman have got 2 each, and they need to find 1 more over somewhere, either Potgieter or Nathan Wilson perhaps. It is going to be Wilson now. So that's one, and then they can go 2 each from Hancock and Funneman if they want.
Wilson 3 overs for 22 runs, just about 7.33. So he's done a reasonably good job for his side, but he will need to continue here now and just finish out his spell on a good note.
Yeah, there's no one behind Square on the leg side, so he's got to push the ball across the right-handers here. Slapped into the gap. And another 4. Reigning boundaries here for Australia.
I think they might have to look at exchanging that fielder there on the mid-wicket boundary. That's the second ball that would have evaded him and gone into the boundary.
Yeah, I think he's probably one of their better athletes though. To look around, a few big bodies out there. Fonneman's a good athlete as well. Slow ball, this one swung away, could be another 4. Well done out there this time by Werner Schneemann.
So redeeming himself quite quickly as well, coming around and diving away a full length, restricted the batsman to 2, but definitely now you can see the Australian side now definitely Simon stepping on the accelerator.
Yeah, and I think they're feeling more positive. The dressing room was a little bit quiet earlier after that flurry of wickets.
Wilson finally finds a dot delivery, one outside the yard stump. The batsman let it go to be taken by the keeper Moores. Marty Downs, 4 from 2. Looking to step on the accelerator here for the Australia gold side. Wilson with a full delivery, well bowled by Wilson, taking a bit of pace off, rolling his hand over that delivery there, and the batsman driving down to long off, where Big Joe Lombard is in attendance. Takes the score with that single up to 130 for 4, we're in over number 16. Wilson again into both of the batsmen, who's swinging outside the yard stump, doesn't make contact. The ball goes to be taken by the keeper, who has a shot at the stumps, hits them as well to end over number 16. The Australia Masters, they are 130 for 4, Simon.
Yeah, so they've got a bit of work to do here. The South Africans, they need to pull it back. Although we're going to bring on Werner Schneemann, it looks like now, the off spinner. I'm not sure about this call. It's obviously a pre-planned thing. Maybe they're feeling pace off as a way to go, but off spin, hitting with the wind at the death, it's always a bit of a risk. So a lot of pressure on Doc here to execute. Of course, he's bowling to Marty Downs, who's also a doctor, and Dr. Downs will be looking to dish out some medicine here.
So let's see which prescription is the better one.
Yeah, boundaries maybe.
So let's look at the field. He's sending the man back on the point boundary. He has a wide-ish extra cover. He has a man at long on, a straightish long on, and a man at long off as well, and one man on the forward square boundary and a man behind square leg on the boundary as well. Yeah. So here he goes. Starts with a flighted delivery. This is it to the left of the man coming around from deep forward square, so it's a good start. Simon,
yep, executing well. It's good that he's got to keep it outside off. Nice and full, doesn't want to give them anything to swing at.
Wayne Simon, Werner Simon, was a delivery, good delivery outside the yard stump, a dot ball at this time of the innings. Any dot ball at this stage of the innings is priceless. Yeah,
big time. And then I think Australia, they've got the green light now to just swing. They want to try and get up to around that 160 mark. 3 and a bit overs left. Hit that cleanly. Bit of work to do out there. Well done, Big Joe. That's not Big Joe, so it's David Hancock, also a big tall man. It's done well though. They come back for 2.
So it's been a decent over so far. Can he finish it off though? This one is it high. The fielder is coming around the catch. Magnificently taken catch. Magnificently taken there. Let's wait and see. The umpires, I'm sure they will think. Batsman is already coming off. The batsman is walking, but there was a good catch there by the man.
Nathan Wilson
Nathan Wilson coming around and taking a comfortable catch at the end.
Above his head. I thought it got a bit big from there. I didn't quite see it go in. He's got the orange cap on, so just lost the orange ball briefly, but well held. Great catch. That's 2 great catches now from Nathan Wilson. And then he was walking to celebrate. I thought he was going to walk over the boundary.
I was watching for that as well.
His
I was watching for that as well. In a celebration, I was waiting to see if he would have stepped over the rope there. But he managed to control himself very well in the end.
Yeah.
And all is well that ends well. So a wicket again for the South African Masters. And more importantly, though, is that the bowler here,
Werner Schneemann,
has bowled what has been a beautiful over up to this point so far.
Yeah, 1 ball left. We're a little bit worried, just the pace off. The guys are all looking to hit leg side. It's with the breeze. But thankfully, it's worked out for South Africa here. So good call by Darren Moore, the skipper.
So I've got a question for you now, Simon.
Yeah.
If he manages to get through this over without much harm done, would you be inclined to go back to him?
I don't know. It feels like a risk, but possibly he's executed well. It could work if they can get a wicket here the next over and get Wayne Wood back. The left-hander, maybe the lefty against the off-spin is a good matchup. But it's always a bit of a risk to be bowling spin at the death.
Flighted delivery driven down the ground to close out over number 17. So a calculated risk taken by the captain of the South African team, and it's worked out quite well for him, just conceding some 4 runs and picking up a wicket as well.
Yeah, of Elliot Dawson, got the wicket of Dawson.
134 now for 5.
Yeah, 3 overs left here, 15 deliveries remaining. It's going to be Potgieter again now. This is Hendrik Potgieter. He went for 9 in his first over. Oh, fade away. It's going to spin away. Should be 2.
I would be inclined to say that was a poor bit of running there by those 2.
Yeah.
Delivery steered down to 3rd man, and I think that they would have had enough time to complete the 2nd run.
I think so. In, and you got to get in and out of the death there. Unless maybe Burns fancying a big hit here. So Downs it is, hits that one into the covers. Big Joe Lombard, or David Hancock it is, so Big Joe's at long off.
Started quite well again here. Potgieter.
No, he's just keeping it full, it's good, nice and full, rolling his fingers a little bit. Keeping outside off. And again, hit straight. And the other Potgieter comes round.
Henry this time. And yet again, this time only conceding 1 run. Priceless at this stage.
Yeah, they've just need to up the ante here, the Aussies. They want to finish with a bang. No boundaries in the last 10 balls. That's asking to be hit though in the gap, but finds a fielder.
Hancock again. I think he got away with that one.
He got away with that one.
He just had the either side of Hancock there to the left or the right, and he would have gotten a boundary.
Going down leg, I feel on that. Little bit of pad. Coming back for 2.
He missed his stumps the first time.
He pulled it out, but he got to put the ball against it as well. So didn't quite execute that.
And umpire Tremaine Prescott was in the perfect position to make that decision.
Good call. Good call. Bucky has made a bit of a mess of the stumps there. They're all over the place. See the Barbados team in here ready. Jamel Blair ready to rumble. All the boys. Is Nurse playing again today? He wasn't dropped. Dropped a catch yesterday, didn't he?
141 for 5. 2 overs remain, so somewhere north of 150. should be the target being looked at here by the Australia goal.
Yeah, I think so. 150 plus. Well, I felt 150 was par just from what I've seen.
And they've taken that risk. He starts.
It really worked. What do I know?
He starts well again.
Executing perfectly here is Werner Schneemann. He's only went for 4 in his first, so he's going very nicely.
So good start by Steinman. Oh, this time he goes a bit wide outside the all stump.
You see what he's trying to do though. He's trying to keep it outside off, make the guys hit down the ground, close off the leg side. Just a little too wide on that occasion.
But a big call here by the South African captain to go to him again for a second over. So far he is not disappointed. Delivery swung forward of square. They've gone for 1. They should get 2 quite comfortably. The return is on its way down to the non-strikers end. Good bit of work by the fielder coming around to his left at mid-wicket, and a good bit of work by the 2 batsmen running between the wickets as well.
Yeah, the dressing room asked for the intensity between the wickets now. So the last 2 men, they still got Wayne Wood up their sleeve, so the guys can just go for it.
1 4 5 4 5.
This is hit straight.
The fielder comes around, just 1 bounce in front of him.
Well done by the
Good bit of work by the keeper Moores, because he had
Got
again
the helmet on.
had that pass him, it was a good take. Had that pass him, that could have considered some extra runs again.
I'm glad he's got that helmet on, because I think he took that flash in the mush, but he's managed to stop it, and that's the main thing. Face if necessary.
1 4 7 4 5. We're in over number 19. It's being bowled by Simon. He has done well so far.
Oh, just
And
as you say that,
commentator's curse. He bowls a wide down the leg side.
and that's costly too. The second one of the overs, that costs 3, and you don't re-bowl that one. So that's 3 runs to the total. So 150 now up for the Aussies. 6 balls left. Tossed up. Oh, that was ready to go. Doesn't quite get it cleanly though. The spin that spun a mile, that. Like a wedge in golf. Just spun it. They come back for 2. So 19 overs done. Final over the innings. Aussies will be looking to get this up to past 170 if they can.
I'm going to put you out there, Simon. 5 deliveries to go, 152 for 5. Wayne Wood can come back. I want you to give me a projected score.
I'm going 170.
170.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 163.
Okay. You'll put a banks on it.
Sure. So they will go to Port Getter, it looks like.
Yep.
To bowl the final over. He has gone well so far.
Now I think this is Hancock, it is.
They're coming back to Hancock.
Yeah.
2 for 22, conceding 11 and over. Your thoughts on this call again?
It's probably the right call on paper. Just is the fastest of the bowlers, but you got to execute. This one's hit. Could be 4 in the gap. No, well done there by the fielder. Coming back for 2.
154. Marty Downs, he's on strike. He's got 11 from 8 deliveries. Struck 1-4. We'll be looking at increase on that.
Left,
Just as
lifted
we
leg
say that, he
side.
hits a delivery backward of square. Just gone for 1. Got a bit of work by the man coming around at backward square. Ball already with the keeper. 1-5-5-4-5. 4 deliveries remain, Simon. Your 170 looks a long way off now.
Well, I've got the home run up my sleeve. If they get that 12, I need that, I think.
Apologies, 3 deliveries remain. As Hancock, something not quite right with the run up, so he does the right thing, the correct thing, aborts his run, makes his way back to the top of his mark. He will then settle, and he's on his way again. Passes umpire Tremaine Prescott, bowls a delivery which is wrapping the batsman on the pads. The non-striker was interested in the single. The batter in Burns was not. In the end, They will both remain in their respective creases, and the score will remain on 155 for 5.
My 170 is a long way off now.
Yeah, looks a long way off. 2 legal deliveries remain. But remember, the last ball can go for 12.
Can go for the 12. They need that here. Well, I need that.
As Hancock bowls a delivery, which is the batsman is having a heave for. The keeper, that is away to his right, does the tidying up. The batsman have enough time to complete 1 run. Some would say that was a chance going to begging, but I think in the end it was a good bit of work by Moores moving away to his right.
Yeah, he's leaving it all out there, which you want to see. Empty the tank.
156 for 5. 1 legal delivery remains in the final over of the innings. It's going to be bowled by David Hancock on his way again. Bowls a delivery which is coming off the outside portion of the bat down to the third man region. They've gone for 1. They will come back for the second run. The return is on the way. There's a direct return as well, coming from the man at third man. So that would find Marty down short of his ground. So they will lose their 6th wicket as well, and they would only take 1 run. So at the end of the innings, the South Africans, I think they would come off the happier side, restricting the Australians to 156 for 6. Quickly, I'll endeavour to run through the scorecard for you. Rakesh Jampala, he was caught by Wilson off the bone of Lombard for 12. Alex Valentine, he was bowled Lombard for 37. Wayne Wood, he was retired out on 52 from 34 balls, 8 fours, 1 6. James Chauffeur, he was caught more off the bone of Lombard for 3. Mick McGrath, he was LBW. Rudy Pot getter for 1. Elliot Dawson was caught Wilson Bowl Simon for 16. Marty Downs, he was run up with a direct throw from Frownman from the third man area for 13. And Simon Burns left not on 16. Quickly,
and you look at the bowlers here. The pick of the bowlers for mine was Joe Lombard. Rudy Froman bowled nicely, 2 overs 0 for 14. David Hancock finished it off at the end, 3 overs 0 for 27. Nathan Wilson 0 for 28 off 4. Rudy Potgieter 1 for 34 off 3. Hendrik Potgieter 0 for 16 off 2. And Werner Schneemann bowling 2 overs at the end, bowled very nicely considering the situation. 2 overs 1 for 14. Very good.
Simon, at the halfway stage, which camp would you prefer to be in as we take a break quickly?
Not sure. I think the Aussies got off to a flyer, but then they got pulled back by the South Africans. South Africa probably taking a bit of momentum into the next innings, but runs on the board, so you never know. Australian, this first 5 overs, I feel, is really going to set it out. But we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes with the run chase. South Africa needing 158 for victory here in this 3rd game of the day at the Masters World Cup in Barbados.
So Kurt, this should be a thrilling run chase. South Africa all to do here. Chasing down 157.
Well, they can't afford to go two games down in a five team zone competition, so they will need to get up to this target of 158. And the Australian team, they're out on the field already, looking quite relaxed. So the South Africans with a lot of work to do.
One thing about this Australian team is they provide a lot of energy in the field, a lot of chat, a bit of sledging.
I don't think you sledge at the Masters level.
These Australian teams, you never know. They're very competitive, but it's always they never cross the line.
That invisible line that
Yeah.
we don't really be able to find. So
just wait for the scorecard to update. Opening the batting, Big Joe Lombard, Werner Snyman.
they use Big Joe as a pinch hitter.
He's a unit.
If he gets going here at this Empire ground, and Elliot Dawson will pick up the attack from the northern end, starts with a good delivery, angling across the right-handed batsman, taken by the keeper, no run resulting, so a good start by Dawson.
Yep, the quality left arm seamer. One thing about Joe Lombard is a tough batsman to bowl at. He gets such a big stride in.
And I'm sure you definitely can't bowl short at him either.
Yep.
He looks a big unit as Dawson is on his way into bowl to Lombard, forward, bat and bat close together. Most importantly for the Australian goal, he doesn't score. Bowl back with Dawson. So Dawson operated with a man on the point boundary, a man on the cover boundary, a long off, a long on, a man on the backward square boundary, and a man forward of square on the boundary as well. On his way into bowler delivery, which is slapped backward of square by Big Joe Lombard. First boundary of the innings, and Big Joe Lombard opens his account.
No, just Elliot Dawson missing his length there. Joe Lombard latched onto it. So South Africa away.
4 without loss. So, as I was saying, because Joe Lombard got such a big straight in, and he's such a big unit, you can't bowl short to him at all here. And the boundaries, the square boundaries here at Empire, very, very small. So he'll be looking to take full advantage of those as well.
Absolutely right there, Kurt.
Dawson on his way into bowl, a delivery which is bringing the batsman forward. They've gone for one. They will think about the sack of the run as the fielder scurries in from off the cover boundary and then sends a return which evades the keeper, and this will allow the batsman to complete the sack and run. So 2 more to Lombard, Joe Lombard, and the South African Masters will go up to 6 without loss. We're in over number 1. Remember, the target is 158. They have all of 20 overs in which to get there. Dawson on his way in again. Bowls a delivery which is driven sweetly through the offside by Lombard to end over number 1. So at the end of over number 1, the South African Masters, in pursuit of a target of 158, they are 7 without loss. Your thoughts on Lombard so far?
I'm very impressed though. Both these players, quality players. Lots going to depend on them. South Africans do bat deep, but they're going to rely on a solid foundation being set up by these guys. No, Werner or Doc Snyman, he's a quality player too.
Well, he did very, very well with the ball coming into the attack quite late in the piece, and the captain entrusted him to bowl over number 16 and 18, 2 very crucial overs in the innings, and he did really well. And now at the top of the order, looking to partner Lombard, as it will be Mick McGrath to pick up the attack.
Mick McGrath, quality player. He's got all the experience in the world. Played in India last year.
Right arm seamer starts with a delivery.
Big shot. Not out. This is the call.
Just having a look at that with the naked eye, it seems like the umpire thinks a bit of bat was involved. No signal of leg bite, so a bit of inside edge there for Joe Lombard.
Must have
Score
been
goes up by one more.
good start there by Mick McGrath.
Mick McGrath, his action alone looks like he will hustle a few batsmen.
So Werner Snyman on strike, faces first ball.
McGrath, full delivery, driven sweetly into the offside and into the boundary at point. A lovely shot there by Werner Seinman, driving a full delivery outside the off stump into the offside to the right of the man at point and into the boundary. So good start by Seinman.
It's a great shot by Werner Snyman, showing all his class. Just leant into it, transfer of weight there.
McGrath looking to adjust his length on his way into ball to Seinman, and Seinman is driving this time to the right of the man. There, coming off the cover boundary, good bit of work by the man there. Coming around to his right, doing the fielding. One more to the score, takes it up to 13, turning with our loss. We're in over number 2, the second over of the innings. The required rate is 7.88, the current rate is 8.13. McGrath on his way into ball to big Joe Lombard, who's long forward. A lovely stride in by Joe Lombard. Very well, we call that very far forward onto that front foot. One more to the score. Takes it up to 14. 14 for 1. Your thoughts on big Joe Lombard?
Yeah, he's looking quality, he's looking in good form. He's an integral part to this batting lineup for the South Africans.
Delivery whip into the onside, down to long on. They've gone for one. Quite early in the piece, they've settled for one as the fielder Dawson comes around, sends his return back to the bowler's end. So at end of over number 2, the South African Masters in pursuit of a target of 158. They are 15 without loss. Lombard is on 9, and with him is Werner Seinman. He's on 6.
So it's a good start this for the South Africans. Getting ahead of the rate early on. Required rates of 143 for 90 balls. I've got a feeling this is going to be a very close encounter here, Kurt.
Well, yeah, this one has him making of a tight encounter. At this point, it can't go either way as yet. Both teams very, very competitive, and both teams don't leave anything out on the field as well.
South Africa Australia is always a big encounter. So change of bowler, the left arm spinner Wayne Wood into the attack.
Wayne Wood, left arm around the wicket. Oza Davies is punched back to the bowler, coming between the umpire and the stumps.
Good start there by the left arm spinner. He's going to have to look to get a few dots here, or a few ones.
To this delivery, Simon is driving. Pleasant shot to the right of the mile, coming off the cover boundary and into the boundary it goes. A lovely shot there by Simon. Delivery outside the off stump and driven pleasantly over the infield and into the cover boundary.
Beautiful shot there by Doc Snyman, showing all his class again. Wayne Wood just missing his length slightly. Ball disappeared to the boundary fence.
Wood, flighty delivery, a premeditated sweep shot, got it back with a square. They've gone for one. Will they come back for the second one? It's running close to the boundary and it goes into the boundary now here at the Empire ground. A premeditated sweep shot. He was down on his knees very early in the piece and sweeping it behind the keeper into the fine leg boundary. So consecutive boundaries here for Werner Seinman. He goes up to 14 from 6 deliveries. He's struck 3 fours already.
That's a great shot there. Soared early. Just helped it on its way down to fine leg. He's looking in ominous form is Doc Snyman.
As Wood on his way into ball, a delivery, short punch into the onside up to mid wicket. The fielder comes off the mid wicket boundary. Does he feel it? I would have think that he would have gotten away with that short delivery there.
He's got away with it.
Score up to 23 without loss. 2.3 overs have been completed. Remember, 5 balls constitute an over. Full delivery driven uppishly to the left of the man at long off, who's coming around. He comes around and does well. Good bit of work there. Diving away to his left. The batsman have enough time to complete 2.
It's a really good fielding there, putting his body on the line there for the Australian team. So 3 overs complete, 26 for naught.
So Werner Snyman He's up to 15 from 7. Three boundaries already struck. He's looked good. He's gotten in quickly, and with him is Big Joe Lombard, 11 of 8 deliveries. So a good start by the South African Masters. I hope this innings doesn't take the same path as the Australian innings, because the Australians were off the flyer as well, and then from let's say from about over number 9 to about over number 16, they were really reined back in.
So good for viewing, good for the viewers back home to be watching a game of many twists in the tail. So it looks like the Australians are employing the tactic of bowling their bowlers in very short spells. So Schofield into the attack now.
Schofield starts with a full delivery. But what I can tell you about Simon is Simon seems to be a lovely driver of the cricket ball.
Absolutely.
As Schofield, right arm, gentle medium pace. Bowls a delivery outside the arse of the batsman essaying a cut. And from the reactions of the bowler Schofield, it looks like a catch going to begging by the keeper there.
Would have been some catch there by Rakesh. They either stick or they don't, those ones.
Schofield, delivery punch into the offside, gone for 1, and that's all they'll be as the fielder very, very quickly comes off the cover boundary. Looks like Dawson down there.
So it's a tactic you see quite often. Like, keep changing the bowlers around so the batsman can't get used to any bowler's line and length.
1 over spell is good tactic being employed. As Schofield bowls a delivery to Big Joe Lombard. Joe Lombard forward, plays this back along the track. The bowler in his follow through collects. There's no run.
So Kurt, have you played any last man stands yourself?
No, not as yet.
Yep. I like that answer, not as yet. It's a huge shot. It's disappeared over long on. Joe Lombard absolutely smashed that. Once that was hit, that was stayed hit.
Yeah, lovely shot by Big Joe Lombard, just coming forward and clearing that long on boundary quite easily. So at the end of over number 4, I can tell you, in fact, it's not the end.
33.
In fact, the end of over number 4, there are 33 without loss. The South African Masters in pursuit of a target of 158 for victory. There are 33 without loss. Big Joe Lombard, he's not out on 17, and with him is Werner Simon on 16. Your thoughts on how the South Africans have gone so far?
Really well, really positive start. Setting the tone. What the required rate now, 125 off 80 balls. So very much in the battle here are the South Africans. The Australians do know that the 1 wicket changes everything. And they're never going to give up, are the Australians. They're a quality team. So Alex Valentine, great guy, just saying hello to the batsman there. Bit of chat there. I don't know if he's trying to get in his head or just a bit of friendly banter. So
Valentine seems
just getting his fielders in the right place. Right arm off spin. It's a good start.
What I like about Werner Simon is that he's looking, even when he's not looking to hit boundaries, he's looking to rotate his strike.
Absolutely right. In this format of cricket, there's only obviously 6 fielders. You've got to be getting better ball. You've got to be going in at least 1 if you can. But dots are absolute gold if you can get dot balls. Yeah.
Another single by Joe Lombard. He goes up to 18, brings Simon, who's got 17, back onto strike.
Oh, he's gone the ramp. Unbelievable shot there by Doc Snyman.
And this will run easily into the 5-leg boundary. So another premeditated shot there by Simon. So he's been very inventive thus far this short innings so far. He goes up to 21 rather quickly. 21 from 12 with 4 fours, striking at 175.
He's batting really well. Seems to have so much time. He's got a good game plan, yeah.
They say he's nicknamed the Doc,
Yep.
but batted with some real good precision.
Yeah. Absolutely. Slapped it away to extra cover in the gap. 4 more. Doc Snyman, the man's on fire.
And that's another lovely shot there by Simon, bisecting the man to come at his left from long off, and the man come at his right from off the cover boundary. Between the two of them, picking the gap quite easily, quite splendidly as well, as the score rushes up now to 43 for loss. We're in over number 5.
He's bowled him. That's a huge wicket for the Australians. Alex Valentine, take a bow. It's a big wicket.
I think yet again a bit of a premeditated shot there, attempting to steer the delivery down into the third man region, opening the back face, the ball coming off the face of the bat and into the stumps, disturbing the timber work, and the South Africans now will lose their first wicket. So a good strike by Valentine, and that was really an important strike as well, because the South Africans were rollicking along.
Absolutely right, Kurt. Huge wicket there for the Australians. As they say, 1 brings 2. Always in a run chase, a few early wickets always creates a bit of pressure. So the new man in as we wait for the scorecard to update.
But good comeback by Valentine as we wait for the scorecard to come back. He wasn't afraid to flight the ball again outside the off stump, asking the batsman to try something, and yet he did. He tried to steer that one down the third man and losing the wicket in the protest bowl. So the first wicket goes down, that of Simon. He was bowled by Valentine in the month of February for 25.
So Rudy Potgieter, the new man in, hits a big ball, Kurt. Watched him bat yesterday. He hit a few over the bungee rope. So Wayne Wood into his second over, 11 from his first. So we're looking for a tidy comeback here.
So Wood to Potgieter. Potgieter is driving pleasantly into the offside. Good bit of work by the man on the cover boundary. He got a bad bounce, but he got around in the end and got down quite behind it, got his body behind it.
Yep.
Restricted the batsman to 1 run. Score up to 44 for 1. So you're a fan of Rudy Potgieter.
No, he's a good player.
As Wood passes umpire Prescott, was a flighted delivery.
Ooh, he's
Not
chucked it up.
taken cleanly by the keeper.
Actually good bowling that by Wayne Wood. Got it above the eye line, just got it to drop in front of the batter.
Short of a length, the batsman forward and then back, opening the back face, playing it into the offside. The man comes off the point boundary, does the fielding. Score by 1 more.
Well bowled there by Wayne Wood.
Beauty of a delivery, pitching on about the off stump, spinning away, beating the batsman Lambert outside the off stump to end over number 6. 45 for 1. Remember, the target is 158 for victory. They require a further 113 runs from 70 deliveries.
Absolutely right. So the South Africans on target here. Required rate saying 8.07. The run rate at the moment is 7.5. So they are
within touching distance, just there or
Absolutely.
thereabouts.
113 runs off 70 balls. Alex Valentine into his second over, picks up the crucial wicket of Doc Snyman, his first over.
Valentine flighty delivery, which is hit uppishly down to long on. Man comes off the long on boundary. The batsman have enough time to complete the single. So one more to the score. Rudy Portgetter goes up to 2, and Joe Lombard, who's on 19, comes back into strike, facing up to Valentine. This delivery is punched into the offside to the man coming to his left from off the point boundary. The batsman again complete 1 run, and that's all they'll be. 47, I make it now, 47 for 1. We're in the 7th over of the innings. The required rate is 8.16, the current rate 7.34. Valentine, the delivery outside the off step. There's a loud appeal coming from the bowler. Not out, says the umpire at both ends.
Yeah, tell you what, it's good keeping by Rakesh. Took it cleanly, took the bails off.
Valentine, delivery, punch into the offside pleasantly. They've gone for 1. Good bit of work again by the man coming to his left off the cover boundary. Man in the number 10 jersey, he'll get a name for you in a minute. Doing some good work there on that cover boundary. 48 for 1. We're in over number 7. Remember, the target is 158, so they require further 110 runs. Valentine, delivery which is turned into the onside by Lombard, forward of square. Gone for 1, that's all they'll be. The fielder in the number 4 jersey in rather quickly off the boundary.
49 for 1 after 7. Again, Kurtz, I think this is going to be a very close finish.
I think at the halfway stage at over number 10, we'll have a better gauge of which teams has their nose slightly in front. But after 7 overs, the South African Masters in pursuit of a target of 158. They are 49 for 1. Joe Lombard is on 21. With him is Rudy Portgetter. He's on 3. The batsman gone were on assignment for 25.
So Elliot Dawson back into the attack. Just 7 from his first over. Got big, full toss, dispatched away, 1 bounce into the cut corner boundary. So
full delivery, over pitch delivery, and given the full treatment, swung into the onside and into the onside boundary. Valentine gave it all he was worth, coming around quickly to his right, but in the end the ball evaded him and goes into the boundary here at a whitish mid-wicket region, and another boundary to Joe Lombard as he goes up to 25. And the 50 being brought up as well in the 8th over, 53 for 1. The South Africans, 53 for 1, 7.1 overs. A delivery beating the batsman outside the off stump, and the keeper, a polite inquiry, keeper and bowler with a polite inquiry, but not outside his umpire, Tremaine Prescott. And Big Joe also helping. No. Big Joe also helping the umpires with that decision. Immediately signaling no as well.
It's gone massive. That's a huge shot. That's disappeared off the ground. Joe Lombard, those huge levers.
Over pitch delivery there, and there was a big man. Some long levers and hitting this one clean out of the Empire ground here in Bank Hall, Barbados, and that one went a long way. Even if this game was playing at Kensington, that one would have cleared Kensington Oval as well.
was a massive shot there. Just Elliot Dawson missing his length slightly. And Big Joe Lombard smashing it absolutely out the park. You know what they say, it's in the arc, it's out the park. So
see a replacement ball being had by the umpire Sheena. Third umpire for this game, and they've already found a adequate replacement ball. So the ball is back with Dawson, coming in for a bit of a hammering here now by Big Joe Lombard. Joe Lombard 31 from 19 deliveries, 2 4s and 2 massive 6s, striking at 163.16.
well, he's in some ominous form, eh? Tell you what, the Australians will be wanting to get him out pretty early. If he gets 50 and he retires, then South Africans are not have that insurance in the bank then.
It will be Dawson again into Big Joe Lombard,
again.
is driving sweetly forward of the man on the point boundary and into the boundary. A lovely shot there by the man Big Joe Lombard. Over pitch and wide, allowing him to free his arms and driving sweetly, not a man move. As the score rushes up to 63, we're in over number 8. Another delightful shot there by Joe Lombard.
Beautiful square drive that there. A few bounces into the wall, into the fence. So Elliot Dawson under pressure here.
Left arm over the wicket into Lombard, who's forward, not taken cleanly by the keeper, and luckily for him it evades the helmet as well.
Yeah, that's true. It would have been added insult to injury. 5 runs off that ball if that had happened.
So at the end of it, South Africa Masters in pursuit of a target of 158. There are 63 for 1. They require 95 runs from 60 deliveries. Big Joe Lombard, he's not out on 35 from 21 deliveries, 3 4s and 2 6s, and with him really yet to hit his straps is Rudy Potgieter, 3 from 5.
So the South Africans on fire, yeah. They're in the battle, yeah. But saying that though, so are the Australians. They're never going to die wanting. Wayne Wood back into the attack.
2 overs before this, conceded 13 runs, going at just 6.5 and over.
So
Delivery played uppishly, but free of any fielders, clear of any fielders. The batsmen get 1. Wood to the big man Lombard, plays this one quietly this time into the offside. Simon, so Lombard not all brash and brown.
he's looks like he's got an all-round game. Looks like he can obviously hit the big ball. He's also got a technique where he knows how to just knock it around.
Wood, Wayne Wood, balls the delivery, patch to the right of the man coming off the point boundary, and they will only get a single. So 1 more to the score. 66 for 1. We're in over number 9. It's being bowled by Wayne with 2.3 overs, none for 16. Left arm around the wicket. Delivery played pleasantly into the offside again by Lombard. Forward and long forward, a lovely stride in, a big long stride by the big man as the score goes up by 1 more to 67. 67 for 1. We're in the 9/4 of the innings. Final delivery of over number 9 is being bowled by Wayne Wood. 2, Potgieter. I think he got aware of that one, but a good bit of work by the bowler diving away to his right to end over number 9. South Africa Masters in pursuit of a target of 158. They are 67 for 1. Joe Lombard, he's not out on 37, and Rudy Potgieter, he's not out on 5. So it will be Alex Valentine to bowl what should be his third over. And over number 10, 2 overs for 14 runs. We picked up 1 wicket, the important wicket of Simon before this. Bowls the delivery, Richie Batsman is getting it down the leg side. Good take by the keeper.
Really good take there.
But wide, called by umpire Tremaine Prescott. So couple more extras goes into the scorebook. Valentine. Short, forcing the batsman back, who punches it into the offside to the man at point. The batsman have enough time to complete yet another single, so not really wasting up a lot of dot balls. Batted very, very well, picking the single when it is there to be had. Valentine. Delivery outside the yard stump, punches.
Slapped away. One bounce into the wall. It's a fantastic shot there by Rudy Potgieter. So, South Africans looking ominous here. Kurt?
Up to 73. We're in the 10th over of the innings, scoring at 7.77. The required rate 8.2. So, going great guns, the South Africans here, staying in touch with that run rate and keeping in touch with it and looking to get ahead of it now.
Alex Valentine just warning Big Joe about the man cad.
It's going to be interesting to see the approach of Joe Lombard to this off spin of Valentine. And yes, just as we thought, big shot down to long on, but good bit of work by the man in that long on there, diving away to his left, restricting the batsman to 1 run. And Lombard now goes up to 40, and the score up to 75 for 1. 1 legal delivery remains in the 10th over of the innings. Alex Valentine, 2.4 overs, 1 for 22. Flighty delivery outside the yard, stopper driven magnificently. Opens the bat face. I'm hitting it to the right of the man at point, who's a bit behind, and finding the gap there back point. A lovely shot to end over number 10. A lovely shot there by Rudy Potgieter. He goes up to 14, and at the end of 10 overs, at the halfway stage of the innings, the South Africa Masters, they are 79 for 1. So they are basically at the halfway stage of the overs and the halfway stage of the score. So your thoughts so far?
So the total 79 required of 50 balls. Tell you what, the Australians haven't bowled that badly. There's been some phenomenal batting there from the South Africans. So I think they're gonna have a drinks break, have a quick chat, just to ensure that they're bowling in the right areas, no misfields, don't give away any extras. Just create a bit of pressure if they can. Look for that crucial wicket. Any of these guys get out, then the pressure's on the South Africans.
Well, I think the next 5 overs are going to be very, very important.
Yes.
Because if Lombard and Potgieter, who's now seemingly coming into his own, 14 from 11, striking 2 fours as well, striking at 127. If the two of these can stay together for, let's say, the next 5 overs, then I think the South Africans will be largely in charge. However, if the Australians can find a way to get a breakthrough and get the new batsman into the crease, then the game will have a different perspective, a different outlook.
I'll tell you what also, Kurt, so Joe Lombard's not far off his 50. Once he retires, there's a new man in at the crease.
So the strategy might be to allow him to get the 50 quickly and get him off.
Exactly. Exactly. And then the new man's got to start again. He'll probably take a few balls to get himself in.
So what, anybody else in this South African lineup that you would have seen before that you think can come in and continue to play the role that Joe Lombard is playing?
Not too sure who's going to be next in, but I do know that they're a quality team. They bat pretty deep. It's great to see this game being played in such good spirits. Waynewood having a chat there to Big Joe Lombard. So it looks like Joe Chauffeur is going to come into the attack again. He's just bowled 1 over.
So Chauffeur switched around, starts with a short delivery. The batsman has been struck.
Just well bowled. If you can use a short ball, why not?
Lombard, let's hope all is well with him. It's never a good thing to see a batsman struck in any level of cricket. But he seems to be okay. Big unit of Joe Lombard. So a good start by Chauffeur. 1 over before this for 7 runs. Lombard taking some time to settle back in, and that is expected after being struck. Short delivery again, and Big Joe Lombard will think he would have missed out there.
Yep.
The return hits the stumps as well, coming from the deep. So 1 more to the score, takes it up to 80. 80 for 1. We're in the 11th over of the innings. Remember, the target is 158, so they require a further 78 runs so far. As Rudy Portgator comes back into strike, 14 from 11. Chauffeur is with him now. Bowls a delivery which is driven sweetly, uppishly. This should run fairly close to the boundaries. They feel has a lot of work to do coming around from long off, and that one was a teaser for the man as it goes into the boundary at long off. A lovely shot again by Portgator, finding the gap as well. Takes the score up to 84. He goes up to 18 with his 3rd boundary, and the South African Masters continue on their merry way.
Yep, they timing their run chase well. Yeah, it seems. I don't want to give it the commentator's curse. Looking at Group 1, currently Barbados Masters top the group, followed by the US Masters, South Africa, England Bulldogs, and then the Australian Masters Gold. So, big appeal there. Big appeal.
Not out, says umpire
Ritesh not having any of that. Keeps the dreaded finger in his pocket.
Umpire Ritesh has been asked to make quite a few decisions from that end, and so far all have been in the negative.
Yeah.
Some would argue umpire Ritesh is a batsman's umpire. As Chauffeur on his way into ball delivery down the leg side and called wide by umpire Ritesh. So losing his radar there is Chauffeur.
So 85 for 1 of the 11.
Chauffeur again short and punch into the outside, and this should go into the boundary quite easily, beating the man coming around from cover to his right. And again another lovely shot there by Portgator. Rudy Portgator, 89 for 1 as he goes up to 23 with 4 fours. He's faced 15 delivery striking at 153.33. So the South Africans continue on their merry way. They are 89 for 1 after 11.
So the required rate now 69 or 45 balls. So South Africans very much in control of this run chase. But we do know cricket's a very funny game. Things can change quickly.
And every ball in this game is an event.
Absolutely right. Just got to keep going forward, keep moving forward, forget about the last ball, focus on the next ball. So Wayne Wood going to bowl his 4th over, has been pretty tidy, just 17 off his 3 overs so far.
And he's bowling to the dangerous Joe Lombard, 41 from 28.
So I think it's key here that one of these batsmen get themselves to 50 and retire. It's gone up. There's a man out there. Has that gone up the ground?
Well, that man would have to be feeling in the house on the other side of the road. That's gone a long, long way here at the Bank Hall ground. Joe Lombard continues to hit them massively here, opening up his broad shoulders. The big unit of Joe Lombard, and another 6, his 3rd of the innings, takes him up to 47. And the score now with that massive hit up to 95 for 1, the South Africans.
That's a fantastic shot there by Joe Lombard. Sends it out the ground. That'll be 6 on most grounds. So The South Africans are really putting on a show here. They're going to be a force to be dealt with this tournament. Fantastic to see all the locals coming down to watch the Tuesday afternoon. The bar's full, the food's good, the beer's cold. Where else in the world would you rather be?
Perfect cricketing conditions. There's no better place to be on Tuesday afternoon. Empire Club, lovely cricket ground, lovely cricket facilities, and a big game here on South Africa versus Australia goal.
Absolutely.
And then we've still got game number 4 to come between the Barbados Masters and
The US Masters.
the US Masters. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
I think, Kurt, we forgot an important thing saying about those great facilities, about how cool the people are, how welcoming and hospitable they've been.
Well, that's all over Barbados. As long as you're in Barbados, you will get that. And another boundary to Joe Lombard. And with that boundary, he will have to retire. He will have to retire as he goes up to 51. And the score with that strike takes it up to 99. But his 51 coming off some 30 deliveries, 4 fours and 3 sixes. And Joe Lombard will have to come off. Now, your thoughts on his exit from the innings?
I think it's crucial for the team that he's got his 50. But what it does do, it does bring a new man in. So he's got to set himself up. Sometimes see that, then the new batsman can get himself, take himself a while to get in. Then he can get himself out, and then there's a bit of panic in the batting order.
The new batsman is David Hancock. He looks like a lookalike replacement for Lombard. Let's hope that he strikes it as decently as Lombard has been all innings. Wood to Hancock. Hancock is steering a delivery pleasantly to the man coming off the backward point boundary. So he opens his account with a single, and the 100 as well being brought up by the South African Masters in over number 12. A 100 for 1, 11.3 overs have been completed. There's a delivery slapped down to long on by the batsman Rudy Portgetter. He goes up to 24 and the score up to 101 for 1. We're in the 12th over of the innings, but yet, as you said, the South Africans really timing this run chase well.
Yep.
Short, beaten outside the yard stump, the grow up in bat of Hancock, not taken cleanly by the keeper to end over number 12. And at the end of over number 12, the South African Masters, in pursuit of a target of 158, they are 101 for 1. They require a further 57 runs from 40 deliveries.
As we've been saying all innings, Kurt, it's going to be. I've just got a funny feeling that there's going to be a twist in the tail here. The South Africans don't want to be too complacent.
But they have the luxury of having Joe Lombard to come back. That could also be crucial as well.
But it all depends how early he comes back in. If he comes in too late, then it might play into the Australians' favour.
So the Australians will go turn to Mick McGrath. 1 over before this conceded just 8 runs. On his way into both of the batsmen. Portgetter is driving pleasantly down to long off. Gets an easy single. Gets an easy single. Takes his score up to 102. 56 required from 39. Driven down to long on pleasantly by Hancock. He goes up to 2. And he's scored up to 103 for 1. So basically just trying to get himself in, getting down into that final 5 overs to launch that assault. Delivery driven pleasantly to the left of the man coming around that cover, who does well. Dives away. The ball is in front of him. He doesn't know where it's going. The batsmen have completed 2 runs. But a good bit of work by the man there in the number 9 jersey at the cover boundary. 2 more to the score. Takes it up to 105. 105 for 1. We're in over number 13. Remember, they have 20 overs in which to get up to 158. Require further 53 from 37. As driven pleasantly through the offside to the left of the man along off. They've gone for 1. Looks like Dawson in the way. The batsmen have completed and stayed on one. Brings Hancock back into strike. And it's up to 106 for 1. 106 for 1. One legal delivery remains in the 13th over of the innings. 52 required from 36. 2 from 3 balls is David Hancock facing up to Mick McGrath. Short, hit high into the air. The man from point comes in. He wouldn't get there. The batsmen have completed 1 run. Hit uppishly into the point region to end over number 13. The South African Masters with Rudy Potgieter on 28. Joe Lombard, he's returned on 51. Werner Simon, he's got things going before he was bowled by Valentine for 25. And David Hancock, another on 3 from 4 deliveries. The South African Masters in pursuit of a target of 158. They're 107 for 1.
So 51 off 35 balls. Alex Valentine in the bowl is 4th over. Been very tidy so far. 26 off his first 3 in difficult conditions, bowling against some in-form batsmen. So as he just prepares, gets his guys in the right positions, marshalling his troops.
So they've gone back to Valentine. Start to
Shot, there's man out there. Oh my word, that went like a tracer bullet into the house.
I told you that David Hancock looks like a look-alike replacement for Joe Lombard, but he's also hitting the ball just as sweetly as Joe Lombard, clearing long on quite easily. You feel it for a couple of seconds, thought that he was in with a shout, but the ball, as it got to the fielder, started to elevate and clear the boundary quite easily. Not only clearing the boundary, but clearing the wall here, the back wall here, the Empire ground as well. So a lovely shot there by the big man, David Hancock.
Yes, it went low and fast. Once that was hit, that stayed hit. Then
Delicate this time. Steered down to short third man. They've gone for 1. Turns blind, taking about the second. Bad bit of misfield there by the man in the number 2 jersey. Looks like Wood. A lousy batsman to come back for 2. So takes the score up to 115. 43 required from 33. David Hancock 11 from 6. Playing his part in this run chase as well.
So if we look at, it could be a trying to find where normally the scorecard will show the bonus points.
Delivery turned into the onside pleasantly. Forward of square, they've gone for 1. That's all they will be.
So there we can see it's a win from a bonus point there. The South Africans will need to chase down the score before the 80th ball of the innings. It's a great catch, Alex Valentine. Fantastic catcher, absolute scenes. What a
That
catch.
one stuck in the wicket and gripped a bit, and there was the batsman attempting a hit back down the ground and hitting it back to the bowler, and Valentine took a good comfortable return catch, a good catch by Valentine to pick up his second wicket.
Great catch
And
there.
the important wicket too of Rudy Potgieter. So he goes caught on board Valentine with both wickets. The wicket of Werner Simon for 25, and now Rudy Potgieter for 28. The new batsman is Darren Moore. Another twist in the tail. You predicted it.
I was about to say, being South African myself, we get into these big games. We just got to keep the nerves calm.
I'm sure you're not one who believes in that tag that the South Africans have of being chokers. This is not a quarterfinal or a semi-final. This is just a preliminary game.
Exactly. Normally in these games we cruise through these games. It's when we get to knockouts. But I think these guys are from a different era.
The new batsman is Darren Moore. Darren Moore starts with a delivery flighted, and he turns it into the onside. Backward of square, they've gone for 1. The fielder from backward of square already in attendance. The return is already on its way to end over number 14, and at the end of it, The South African Masters, there are 117 for 2. They require a further 41 runs from 30 deliveries.
It's going to be close to this, Kurt. I think there's always something about scoreboard pressure. One thing the Australians are never going to do, they're never going to give up. They're going to believe till the end. They know just one wicket means there's 2 new batsmen at the crease. So who's the new bowler? It's not Alex Valentine, he's bowled. Just wait for the scorecards to update.
I feel it looks like a lot like Dawson.
Elliot Dawson, I think you're right. It's good.
2 overs for 21 runs before this. Left arm over the wicket, starts with a full delivery, which is driven pleasantly down to long off. The batsman will only get one as he on the arm return from the fielder down there in Wood. Says the return.
It's a good line, a low full toss when you can just hit your fielders on the boundaries. You don't want to be bowling length because we know these guys pick up length.
40 required from 29.
Dot ball. It's always
a dot ball, as you said, is priceless at this stage.
Yeah.
You seem to be getting a bit nervous here. You're biting your nails as well.
I'm staying impartial here. I'm a commentator. I don't have any favourites in this tournament, Kurt.
Well, that's a good thing.
Gone again. It's good fielding there. One bounce into the fielder. Slapped it down there. So this is a very good start here to Elliot Dawson's over.
Dawson to Moore. Moore slaps this one down to long off. But yet again, it's only a single. So this has been a good over by Dawson coming back into the attack from the southern end of the ground. Yet to concede a boundary. 4 balls, 3 singles and a dot.
Yeah. It's gone huge.
Commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse.
Put on Dawson. That one has again gone on to that very popular house in the Longhorn region. Not a carpenter, but knocking on the roof. A lovely shot there by the big man, David Hancock, to end over number 15. And I can tell you that the South Africans, they are 126 for 2, requiring a further 32 from 25.
It was such a good over, and lucky there that he just missed his length, and David Hancock getting underneath it, and hopefully that anyone who lives in that house wasn't having a nap, because that would have made a big
at this stage of the evening. If you look over in the gallery over there, you can see most of the people in that household are out watching cricket as well.
Yeah.
32 from 25. Darren Moore 3 from 3. The big man David Hancock replacing Joe Lombard, who had to retire on 51 from 30. He's on 19 from 10 deliveries so far. He's struck 2 massive sixes. They've gone to Chauffeur. Chauffeur 2 overs before this for 17 runs. What can he offer up for the Australian goal side here? The South Africans at this stage seemingly large and in charge.
Absolutely favourites at the moment, but as we know, things can change quickly in this game.
So Chauffeur, short delivery down the leg side and swung backward and squared into the fine leg boundary. Gets there just about now. So Chauffeur starts with a badly lined delivery down the leg side and taken full advantage of by Darren Moore.
Yeah, just trying to bowl it into the wicket, just missing just the wrong line. Darren Moore just helped on its way down to the welcome boundary for the South Africans.
134-2. They required 28 from 24.
So, as you say, South Africans in control here. It's been a fantastic batting display from them today.
Probably finding conditions are more to the liking here at the bank all ground. If you're a good stroke maker, Empire ground, you usually get value for your stroke play.
Yeah, it's a hard wicket. I think a lot of these guys grew up in the high veld in South Africa.
That single brings the target down to 27 required from 22.
Delicate little dab down to third man there, backward points for a single.
What I like about this run chase though is that the South African batsmen, even when they are not looking to hit boundaries, they're looking to rotate the strike, they're taking those ones, always finding a single somewhere.
Absolutely right, Kurt. Fleck bats it over the bowler's head for a single.
Narrow escape there basically.
Yeah. So 16 overs done. Score is 133 for 2. So South Africans are likely to get the win, but they're not going to get the winning bonus point should they win.
Yeah, I think they had to get it before the 80th delivery of the innings.
Yeah.
They require a further 25 from 20 deliveries. Hancock, he's on 20. With him is Moore, he's on 9. And they've gone back to Mick McGrath.
Yeah. So 25 of 20.
Delivery slapped down to long off. Big David Hancock comes back into strike. Gets a full delivery, well bowled by Mick McGrath. Full delivery outside the yard stump and well taken as well by the keeper.
Absolutely right. Rakesh had a good game behind the stumps today. It's gone massive.
And
Smash it out the ground, over Cal corner, into another house. So, South Africans on fire, Kurt.
That boundary, a big one there, massive boundary there struck by David Hancock. Brings the target, the required target down to 18 now. So basically a run a ball here. So the South Africans should walk it home. 18 from 17. They are 140 for 2. Remember the victory target is 158. So they require further 18 runs from 17 deliveries. They still got a lot of batting resources still in the hutch. Driven sweetly to the right of the man on the cover boundary and into the boundary. So a maximum now a boundary 4. So a lovely shot there by the man David Hancock, playing his part in the South African run chase. He goes up to 30 from 14 deliveries, 1, 4 and 3 massive sixes, striking at 214.29 as the South Africans go up to 144 for 2.
Yep, South Africans in total control, yeah. Good looking shot there by David Hancock. Leading on it down to backward point. So 17 overs complete, 145 for 2. A paltry 13 required of 15 balls.
145 for 2. 13 runs required from 15 balls. 3 overs left. And it would look like the South African Masters now looking to walk this one home. David Hancock, the replacement for Joe Lombard, has played a gem of an innings for his side here.
Absolutely. He came in after Doc and Big Joe had set a good foundation for him, but he's kept the momentum going. So Chauffeur going to bowl his 4th over. Been pretty tidy, just 24 off his 3.
Can he conjure up something here for the Australian goal side? David Hancock faces, gets a delivery off the leading edge, attempting to turn this delivery into the onside, and the ball ends up at the man at the backward point region. But all is well that ends well for the batting side, that is. They've gotten a single, brings the target down now to 12 from 14 as they go up to 146 for 2. Hancock goes up to 32, but the top 4 of this South African batting lineup, Joe Lombard, Werner Simon, Rudy Potgieter and David Hancock, have done well.
Absolutely. Scott Huge is the man out there. Don't think he's got all of it. Oh, he's dropped it. Oh my word.
He had a lot of time there. He settled, and I thought that for all money that he would have taken that catch, but he settled under it, and then in the end something not quite right, and the ball ended below him. So a chance
like
and a life given,
hands up, hands down, and then couldn't
a
decide.
life given to Moore. So a chance going to begging, and as cricket usually goes, short delivery.
Good fielding.
They're coming back for the second one. They will have to hurry. There's a loud appeal and not out, says umpire Rikesh. Not out, says umpire Rikesh, but a good throw coming from the man in the deep. 2 runs completed should take the score up to 149. 149, so they require a further 9 runs. News coming to hand in the big game coming up. USA Masters up against the Barbados Masters. USA won the toss and have decided to bat first.
Bat first, okay.
Lovely shot driven into the offside to the left of the man coming around on the sweeper boundary, who does well. Restricts the batsman to 1. That's the 150 being brought up here by the South African side. 150 for 2. 17.4 overs have been completed. They require a further 8 runs from 11 deliveries. Darren Moore not on 11 from 9, facing up to Chauffeur. Chauffeur gets a short delivery, attempts to hit it into the onside, wrapped on the pads. The bowler in his follow through does the tidying up leg by, signal by umpire Rikesh to end over number 18. And at the end of over number 18, I can tell you that the South African Masters, they require a further 7 runs from 10 deliveries.
I'll tell you what, although it all seems dead and buried for the Australians in the rest of the world game, the Indian team needed 9 or 5 or 6 off the first ball
And lost by 1.
and lost by 1, so you never know.
It is not over. In Barbados we have a saying, it is not over until the fat lady sings.
Yep.
So it's not over until the end. Something, 2 wickets, a run out, something, and the game changes.
Absolutely right there, Kurt. So that looks like they brought a man in, a short cover and short mid wicket, just to create a bit of pressure.
So Darren Moore, 11 from 10, is on strike. Steers a delivery into the offside. The man comes off the point boundary. 7 from 6 now required from 9. 6 from 9. The big man David Hancock comes into strike. 35 from 18. 1 4 and 3 6 striking at 194.44.
I reckon he's going out the ground.
There's a low appeal. Not out, says umpire Rikesh again, to quite a few dejected Australian goal fielders.
Yeah, it looked like it was just bats on the ground.
Umpire Rikesh has been very steadfast in his decision making.
Absolutely.
152 for 2. Bowls a delivery which is whipped into the onside and into the boundary.
Oh.
Magnificent shot yet again there by David Hancock. A full delivery, angle into his pass and whip forward of square into the boundary. The score goes up to 156. And with that boundary, the South African Masters, now they just require 2 runs off 7 deliveries. They should walk this one home quite easily. You can stop biting your fingernails now.
Scott Massive out the ground. It's a big win for the South Africans. It's been a great win for them. Complete domination of this run chase. You can just see how much it means to them. Well done to the South African Masters. Well done to the Australians in the battle, all of the game.
So quickly, Joe Lombardi was retired for 51 off 30 deliveries, struck 4 fours and 3 sixes. Werner Simon, who we thought started in his very well. He was very innovative, very creative in his stroke play before he was bowled by Valentine for 25. Rudy Portgetta, steady, 28 from 20 before he was caught off the bowling of Valentine. David Hancock, he was not out on 45 from 21 deliveries, 2 fours and 4 sixes, strike rate of 214.29. And Darren Moore, not out on 12 from 11 deliveries, he struck 1 4, getting the South African Masters to a total of 162 runs after 18.4 overs. Quickly, the bowling figures for the Australian goal: Elliot Dawson 3 overs for 30 runs, no wicket. Mick McGrath 3.4 overs, none for 37. Wayne Wood 4 overs, no middles, none for 29. James Scrover 4 overs, no middles, none for 29. And Alex Valentine, the only wicket taker, 4 overs, 2 for 36. So in the end, victory for the South African Masters over the Australian goal by some 8 wickets here at the Bank Hall ground. So the South African Masters conjure up their first victory of this campaign, and the Australian goal will have to go back to the drawing board.
Absolutely, yeah. That's 2 losses from 2 games for the Australian Masters Gold. So there can be a few permutations for them to finish in the top 2 in that group. But it's been a great game, and we're moments away from Game 4 of Day 3, which is the Barbados Masters against the USA Masters. Stay tuned, and we'll see you shortly.